Hey everyone, welcome to Stonewall Collective. And my name is Max, and we're going to take you alongside with testing a couple of muzzle brakes and flash hiders from GPN and Me Ukraine. As you can see, we are introducing a very nice little muzzle brake that looks like we just stole it from a tank for your AKs. And if you want to throw this on your AR, you can do it as well, because we have a different adapters from 1/2 by 28 to a regular AK threads. We're gonna show you how to mount it on 2 different AKs today and how easy it is installing a muzzle brake that does not require different shims. This muzzle brake has a very unique feature. The 2 screws at the top actually tie your muzzle brake to the threads. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it on and put it on our crank. Normally, if you're installing a muzzle brake, you need to stack up different shims to level your muzzle brake. With this GPN, you actually don't need to do any of that. So we're gonna screw it in. Actually, I'm gonna take the screws out. So as you can see, this is as long as I can go on the threads. Now, go backwards, level it. If you have a level, make sure that it is level. I'm just gonna do it on my eye for the video, and that's where you want it. So it looks to be straight enough. Throw your screws in, tie them up, and inside the package you'll get a hex key for them. So I'm gonna grab it right now and tie it. All right, and just like that, the muzzle brake is installed. Of course, make sure to level it, but for a video it looks leveled enough. If you have a PSA, for example, or any ARs that you want to use, but you have a 1/2 by 28, you can order an adapter like this, or many other adapters that we have, that will allow you to then mount this as well. So you can have this on your AR and make your AR finally look cool again. On the other side, we're gonna compare it to a couple of flash hiders from akguys.com as well. So they work in a little different way, where muzzle brakes redirect your gases backwards, helping you with the recoil. A flash hider actually has a space inside, allowing the gases to expand and not go out of the barrel, hiding your flash. And as you can see, this one has a very nice construction with a little baffle inside and a little cutouts for your AK key. So again, we're gonna throw it on our gun, tie it up, and show you how that works as well. So let's see which one would you prefer for your gun and which one you like more. All right, let's shoot it. A very important feature that you have on this muzzle brake comparing to, for example, this JMAC one, as you can see, the lower part of the muzzle brake is fully closed off, venting the gases everywhere else but low, which first of all helps you with the recoil, but does one very important job. If gases are going down when you're shooting prone, everything that is being hit by those gases is going back to your face. And we're gonna try to demonstrate you why, if you're choosing a muzzle brake and you're doing a lot of training doing prone shooting, you probably want a muzzle brake that is fully closed off at the bottom. All right, let's see how much dust and everything else gonna go up from shooting this and from shooting the other muzzle brake. All right, pay attention to the dust cloud and where a little particle is gonna go with shooting the GPN. All right, as you can see, there is not much actually anywhere next to me. And now let's see what's gonna happen when we're gonna shoot the muzzle brake that has 360 holes everywhere. All right, we're locked and loaded. Pay attention to that part. Do you see all of this? So this is actually what happens. Supersonic gases that comes out of your barrel, they go everywhere and they hit all of this, moving all those little stones everywhere around yourself. So it wasn't too unpleasant, I would say, but it definitely can get very unpleasant if you shoot a lot or if you're in a more dusty area. A muzzle brake that has closed off bottom is a very good idea. Now let's do the same position, but compare it to a fully closed off flash hider and see if we get anything going up or any changes in our environment. As you can see, there's nothing here right now. I'm gonna go prone. So now you can see the difference between shooting a muzzle brake laying down and shooting a fully closed off flash hider laying down. So from my own opinion, if you're shooting a muzzle brake laying down, even the directional one that has the bottom closed off, these gases will still go to the side of you. So if you have a body shooting next to you, this wouldn't be too nice for them, but it will help you a lot with the recoil. And if you're shooting the fully closed off muzzle device, it pushes all the gases forward in the range, and it's not affecting you or your friends, making it actually a lot nicer to shoot in a group or prone. So choose wisely which one works for you and what mission that you're trying to accomplish. So we just shot this flash hider from Me Ukraine, and as you can see, we painted it to kind of match the aesthetics of green on our gun. But if you go to akguys.com, they do offer different colors. But again, it's your AK, customize it to the way you like it to make sure that you stand out and you look cool with your rifle. But now we're gonna try a very similar style flash hider from GPN. As you can see, it has more like a grenade rib texture to it. It looks good. See if it performs similarly or better, and you can choose for yourself. All right, let's do it. All right, we're done. What I noticed right away is I'm getting a little more recoil for some reason with GPN part. Maybe it's me, but I feel like with the ME, it doesn't jump this much. Maybe it's because it's heavier as well, just a little bit. But hey, it looks good. It feels very nice. And as you can see, there were no flash visible, at least to me. So everything also went down the range. And as always, choose the parts that you like and choose the parts that work for what you're training for. All right, now we're gonna switch the muzzle devices and flash hiders. We're gonna put the brake on a 16-inch and see how that works together. And we're gonna put the flash hiders on 8-point-inch crank, making it way harder to cover all that unburned powder coming out of 8-inch barrel with 5.56 and see how they work. All right, let's do it. All right, tie it till it clicks and it's good to go. All right, so let's start with the crank. We just made this poor flash hider try and hide a full blast of 8-point-inch barrel on the crank with a 5.56 round. So if you know, 5.56 round was designed for 20-inch barrel to burn through all that powder, and we just shortened that to 8. So let's see if we can hide as much flash as we can. All right, good luck, poor guy. Oh, actually not bad. All right, let's see it one more time. I'm gonna try and look myself as well. So first of all, it does have a buffle. So from what I can see, a lot more gases are coming back, and the injection is like 15 feet up. And recoil definitely increased. So I'm gonna show you how much it jumps. So let's see if this is gonna work. It jumps like crazy. All the gases are expanding inside the flash hider, and I can see a lot of gases going forward, but I do not see any fireballs. So this is very, very good. I'm gonna do a short burst and see if I can. But I think this ME flash hider doing a very, very good job. All right, couple more rounds. No, nothing. Wow, I'm extremely surprised how well that works. You are losing, well, technically you are gaining a little bit of recoil, but for such a short rifle, this feels very good. And the people that are shooting next to you are not gonna hate you for that. So very, very good job by ME. All right, so this is how a muzzle device looks on a 16-inch AK. I think this muzzle brake fits very nicely with the AK aesthetics. It gives me a vibe of like the super tiny Wolverine suppressor. So let's see how it performs. Let's see if we get a lot of flash shooting it out of 16-inch AK. All right, let's see how it goes. Huh. Wow, all I can say is wow. It doesn't move. It literally kills any recoil coming off of a 16-inch 5.56 gun. And it was very comfortable shooting it from a top position and a side red dot as well. I do see, when I'm shooting from the red dot, I do see a lot of gases going to the side. So if you're shooting close, but it's not enough where it's actually gonna distract you or not allow you to put accurate rounds down the range. So I think it performs incredibly well. It looks super cool. And with the ability to hot swap it on the range with any other AK that you own, it's super cool. Now, of course, something like this from Silencer Co. allows you to host a suppressor on top of it. And obviously, you cannot host a suppressor with a muzzle brake on top of it. But again, choices are there, and it's up to you how you want to build your AK, what are you building your rifle for, and how do you want it to look. Last but not least, a flash hider from GPN. Let's see how it handles the short little barrel from 5.56 crank. If we get any flashes, if we get anything else going to the sides or down the range. All right, let's see how it works. Whoa, did you see that fireball? Yep. So what we wanted to show you is we noticed actually a very big difference from Me Ukraine flash hider and GPN flash hider. So with shooting a GPN parts, we get a lot more fireballs and sparks flying left and right. And with ME on the same gun and the same ammo, we're not getting any of that. So that's actually interesting. What's the difference between them and maybe materials that they build off? But if I would be choosing one, I'll probably go with the ME because it hides almost 99% of all the flash. And with GPN, I'm just not getting the same results. So if you're using something short, then probably go with the ME. And if you're using a 16-inch, you'll be okay with both of them. Both of them perform very well on the 16-inch rifle. So hopefully that helps you. All right, and we're gonna go straight to the conclusion. Well, now I think the biggest idea for this video was to show you guys that there are a lot of options available if you want to jump into AKs and you want to shoot AKs in the United States. As you can see right now, it's a lot easier to source parts and different items for your rifle. So with everything that we tested today, again, it's up to you how you want your rifle to look. We're just showing you the options. And with akguys.com, you can pick everything up you see right here on both of our guns, all the different muzzle devices. Whatever you like, whatever you're training for, use that. And we are just here to show you how some of the stuff works so you don't have to waste your money on items that you don't need. I think if you want a cool muzzle brake, this GPN part is amazing. It looks fantastic. It fits the AK aesthetics perfectly. It's built for a tank, so you won't break it, and it will help you a lot with the recoil mitigation. Or if you want to use something like a flash hider that we show you from GPN, or this one from Me Ukraine, you can do that as well. They both perform well. We showed you the difference between them. Some of them, as you can see, works differently on each gun. And you may have different results as well, but try it, get into AKs, get into a community. It's a very nice, welcoming space, and we hope to help you a little bit. So subscribe to our socials, and we'll have a lot more videos for you. All right, thank you, and see you on the range.